welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we are doing another meal prep with me, but this is not our typical meal prep. Well, it is kind of, because I still do put things into little containers and then you just take it out the fridge. If it's microwave safe, pop it in the microwave and you're ready to heat and eat. So today we are making paneer korma. Now I also had paneer in my fridge from my mom. Let me show you guys. I'm just letting it thaw for a little, but she wrapped it up so well. You guys can't see that. There we go. So she wrapped it up so well. I'm just leaving it out to thaw. It doesn't need much time to thaw because it's paneer, you know, and homemade paneer is quite soft. You see, I know this is a Rama. Do we just call all butter Rama? I know this is a Rama container, but as you guys can see, paneer, which my mother very kindly labeled. So yeah, it is mommy's paneer today, and I was thinking of also making some roti. Let me bring my light back up to scratch. I haven't made roti in a while. My mom made roti in December, but I haven't made roti in what feels like a while, and I really enjoy roti. So we're gonna have roti and paneer korma. So I'm gonna go ahead off the camera. I'm gonna prep all the spices, the onions, all of that stuff, and I'll be back once we are ready to go over to the pot. Okay everyone, I am ready. I did find a recipe on this, but I will leave it down below. I also tweaked a few things here and there, but it's all good. And I'm using coconut cream instead of coconut milk. This has also been in my pantry, so it needs some using. I'm gonna start off by putting the stove on and heating up some oil. I'm just gonna eyeball it because even this recipe didn't have like proper measurements. Also, sorry for the kids in the background. Also, if you guys are wondering where my pot is from, this is from Berlinger House. I got it off of Take a Lot. There's the little logo there. Okay, once my oil is hot, I'm gonna put my onions in. Okay, my oil is taking a while to get hot, so I'm just putting my onions in the meantime. Okay, so our onions are frying up nicely. I just used one onion because I know it's gonna go to waste if I don't use it up. Then I'm gonna go in with some cinnamon sticks, cloves, and ilachi pods. I'm also going to do one green chili. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit more. I'm going to add my spices. This is coriander, jeera powder, and garam masala. This is some turmeric and chili powder, and then we're going in with some ginger and garlic. And once you can smell that the ginger and garlic has been properly cooked through, then I'm gonna go in with one tomato. This is a frozen tomato, so it looks a bit sad, but I just thawed it out in some boiling hot water. And it doesn't have to be finely chopped or anything, because remember, we are putting this all in a blender. I'm gonna add a teeny bit of boiling water and I'm gonna let the tomato cook for a little bit. At this point I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar to cut the acidity. I should have probably chopped up this tomato, but anyway, it's fine. I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit, and then we're going to let it cool before we put it into the blender. Okay, so I put my tava on the stove. I have my little mixture on the side here. We're gonna wait for it to cool because you don't want to ruin your blender elements by heating it or blending it when it's too hot. So we're gonna let it cool for a little bit. I have some cashews soaked in boiling hot water, so that is gonna go into our blender as well. You can put it into the pot, no stress. But now we're gonna go on to the roti recipe. So I'm gonna switch on to the other camera. Okay, always make sure before you start doing the roti that your hands are clean. You want clean and dry hands. So I'm gonna take my flour. I think I'm gonna do maybe 2 cups. This is half a cup measurement. That's 1 cup. That's 2 cups. Okay, maybe I'm gonna do 2.5, just in case. I literally eyeball this all the time. What's new? Okay, we're gonna take some salt. Eyeball this also. I need my water to boil. I'm gonna take some butter. Make sure you left your butter out to sit for a little bit. What I'm gonna do now is just rub my butter. Also keep a spoon out. I'm gonna rub my butter and my flour together. I feel like I've been making roti for so many years now that I've become like our mothers, you know, they have no measurements. I also have a separate video that I'll link down below of a detailed roti making tutorial for you guys. I've got so many messages from people saying they've tried it, it hasn't helped. Hey, I don't know then, babes. Also, if you guys see stains on this t-shirt, I'm always dropping things on my light color clothes. Very annoying. And I try everything, but somehow the stains, I can still see it in the viewfinder, somehow the stains still stay. So just don't mind me, I'm not looking cute today. It is one of those things. So once I do that, I'm going to create a well in the center of our dough. Then I'm going to pour my boiling hot water. And I'm going to mix my dough. Start with a little bit of water at a time. The water is very hot, so don't mix with your hands just yet. And make sure you incorporate all the flour. You guys can see, incorporating all the flour. This needs a little bit more water. That should be enough. My hands are starting to ache. Okay, I am going to take over with my hands now. Make sure you get all of this dough off the spoon. Okay, then I'm going to take some oil. I'm just gonna create the dough by kneading it together. Whew, you gotta be careful because it's hot. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. And at the meantime, make sure you're scraping down your bowl so that you're not wasting any flour or ingredients. See how I don't have lots of flour sticking to my bowl? Don't waste flour. But don't worry also, if you are more focused on the dough and less focused on the sides, it is completely okay. Oops. Okay, I think I'm happy with my dough. I feel like 2.5 cups was perfect. You can do 3. It's just me, so I'm not trying to make a lot. So now I'm going to roll this out on the counter. And I'm going to cut this into balls. Trying to get them as even as possible. This makes about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rotis. That should be more than enough. I'm also going to put these in to my bowl, my metal bowl, and I am going to cover it with a cloth to keep the dough from drying out. Gonna cover these, and then I'm on the last leg of my flour, so I'm just gonna stick the rest of my dough balls directly into my flour. My mother used to do this when I was younger, and to be honest, it was a vibe because you made less dishes dirty and your dough balls are already in the flour ready for you. What is this? Is this water? Whatever guys, it is what it is. If it's also oil, it's one of those things. These things happen. I need to get an apron. Ooh, our tawa is tawaing. This is my board that I use to roll my roti. I used to just do it on the counter, but I find that this is easy because your dough doesn't stick off the granite tops. I think because the dough is a little hot and your granite counter is so cold. Okay, here's our first one. It's a little bit of a little one, but it's okay. I don't get my rotis as round as my mom, but she's also got way more experience than I do, at making round rotis, you know what I'm saying. So the first one is always a little off shaped, and that's okay. I'm gonna put that on my tawa. I was making naan on here the last time. Okay, I can't find my round container. Honestly, the way complex colors are set out, it is very frustrating. It makes no sense, but anyway, we carry on. Okay, so now we're going to take our mixture and add it into a blender. I mean, I guess you could use a stick blender, but I feel like this is too little for a stick blender. And then I'm gonna take my cashews, which have been soaking for more than 10 to 15 minutes at this point. I feel like you could do like a handful. Again, there's no measurements in this recipe, and I'm also gonna do a little bit of liquid in here just to make sure that everything blends smoothly. This is precisely why you need a little bit more liquid in here. We're just gonna melt our butter. And then we're gonna pour our paste in. I'm gonna be a little Indian and shake out this container with some water. And that cleans the container perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat down and let this simmer. Make sure you mix your coconut cream properly because it can tend to separate. And then I'm gonna add half a can. Okay, we're gonna let this come to a boil. Now, this recipe calls for frying the paneer beforehand. Now, because this is homemade, it can tend to be a bit softer than store-bought. So I'm gonna skip out that step because I don't know if you guys can see, this is a very soft. This is very soft, and we're gonna lose half that paneer in the cooking process. So I'm just gonna place my paneer blocks. gonna let this gently cook. You can see it stopped bubbling a bit because the paneer is slightly ice, so it lowered the temperature of the curry, if you will. So I'm gonna cover this, let this do its thing, and then we're gonna be ready to eat it in a little bit. I have this on low heat just to let the paneer cook. I also don't want it to bubble vigorously because this is soft paneer, so it's gonna break apart. Okay guys, while the paneer was simmering on the stove, I just cleaned up the kitchen and all that good stuff. I also took it off the heat because I could see some paneer was beginning to break apart, and that's when you know it's done. You guys will be able to see some paneer has kind of broken apart. And I'm gonna try and dish equal portions. As well. Oh, there's nothing quite like fresh paneer, guys. It hits differently. You guys can see how some of the paneer disintegrated as I was dishing up. So it's one with the sauce. I managed to get some pieces in each of my bowls. I mean, I put a lot of paneer in this korma. But it's fine. Oh, let's taste. Okay guys, let's go for a taste test. I put the plate on top of my roti container and it's still not tall enough. But anyway, I always like to flip my rotis from top to bottom. That's how my mom does it. And also make sure you have something to absorb the moisture in your roti container. You know? Okay. This is the second roti I did. Let's give it a go. Oh, that is so soft. Let us try it out with some paneer. Oh, thank you God for this food. Oh my gosh. This paneer that my mom made, absolutely incredible. I want to try a bit more sauce now. Oh my God, you guys, this is so good. You know that moment when you're just like so happy the food is doing, you know? It is a bit spicy because I put a green chili in here, but the coconut cream definitely does tone down that spice quite a bit. Okay guys, so that is it for this might be my last vegetarian meal for a while because Thaipusam is coming to an end. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video, whether you're observing the fast or just watching for leisure. I really hope that I taught you guys some tips and tricks for your roti. If not, I'll also link my other roti tutorial down below in the description bar. I think I was making roti with my niece. And that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my food. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to slay all day, every day with and without makeup. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.